Hey guys, this is Jess Paul of Selfism, and recently a very cool campaign has been going around in celebration of National Women's Day. Didn't pick that up until Philip DeFranco mentioned it, but I was actually watching videos of all women and didn't notice. But basically, it is a video campaign where you tell your former younger self some advice to live by. And it's kind of reflective, recollecting your journey so far and also helping those that are younger than you watching right now. Maybe you can help out. What I want to do is put my own little twist on it. When I was 18 going into college, I went downstairs in my house and I got this really strange envelope in the mail. It was addressed to me, but it was in my own more immature handwriting that I recognized. And when I opened it, I vaguely remembered in 6th grade when I was 13 years old, we did a project where we somehow wrote a letter to our future selves and the post office somehow delay mailed or something like that. I don't really know how it works. Magic? Witchcraft? I think so. But I'd like to start off my video sharing a couple of my excerpts of what my 13-year-old self wanted to say to my 18-year-old self. Dear Ceci. Ceci was a nickname, is still a nickname that my brother and sister used to give me because when they were babies, they couldn't pronounce the J in my name. Please tell me what is going on there. I will. Look, it's 9:30 p.m. and I'm writing this pretty hastily. At least I did on the rough draft. It's not that I don't care about you, about my future. I'm doing this letter for a grade. Typical. If a genie or leprechaun gave me a wish, I'd pass because nothing in life is ever that easy. And there would be a disadvantage that is much worse. Always knew there were consequences. Is my best friend, Bran, still your best friend? She was my best friend I ever had. All secrets shared. Do you like anyone new, by the way? No, Bran was kind of a condescending smartass, so I dumped her like 2 years later. One of my favorite sayings go, all of your chances are half chance. So are everyone else's. Now, the night I did this final copy, I didn't find the Now 2 CD. I used to be obsessed with Baz Luhrmann's recording of Everyone's Free to Wear Sunscreen, which was just kind of like a graduation speech set to music. Pretty appropriate. Are you a writer yet? Or even more, dying to know, an actress? Working on it. Don't tell me you found something else to do for a living. I really want you to live your dreams, be happy, and especially be with God. Ugh. Some words from the wise. Okay. Don't care about your body shape or your hair color. Actually, I care a lot about both, and that's why I made a show all about them. Selfism. Care about how you dress and act. It's going to reflect you and your attitude. That's actually better advice. That's pretty nice. Hang on to country music, Harry Potter, Charmed, Buffy, and Spice Girls. Hanging on. Hanging on. Those were all things I really liked when I was 13 years old. I still like Harry Potter. Find some Tang powder, make it, and drink it to remind you of 1999 summer. Because you didn't have a good childhood unless you drank Tang powder. Laugh at those stupid or embarrassing past moments. I laugh at stupid and embarrassing present moments. Get some sleep. Check. Be strong and very brave so you don't look back and kill yourself. Not literally. I'm so dark. Not doing something that you were too scared to do before. Like, don't have regrets. Pick your battles carefully and try not to do something you might regret. Oh, that's contradictory. Remember your nighttime fears and think of a totally different monster that haunts you now. Again, dark kid. Don't they still breathe fire, though? It used to be Samara from The Ring. And remember the leprechaun? Yes. He's still scary. This is probably not my most philosophical year. I knew it even then. Hey, maybe it is. Maybe it was. This is what I do know. Think about what I don't. Haha. You know what that's from? A truth ad. Well, I would just like to say, here, now, I am truly, happy. I hope you are too. Do good. Love. Lots and lots. Because I love myself. Ceci. A lot of good advice from my 13-year-old self. But if I got to go back, kind of got to go to that 13-year-old as I am now and give advice, that's a much more difficult question, to be honest. One thing I believe in is that your experiences are going to teach you more than anyone's advice ever will. Advice is a shortcut. Advice, if you take it and it goes well, you've jumped some mistakes and you've gotten to a place where you wanted to be a little bit faster. But in experiencing a lot of my friends, a lot of people that I have talked to that were younger than me or at a different stage in their life than me, I realized at some points in a lot of situations, giving advice wasn't the thing that helped. It was making those mistakes and learning from them. When I think about my 13-year-old self or my 15-year-old self or my 17-year-old self, when it comes to that piece of advice, it's just do it, kid. I remember when I was younger, I worked and believed really hard, and that never actually went away. I'm still living a very similar dream, and I'm paying a lot of respect to that 13-year-old, 15-year-old girl who wanted to be an entertainer, who wanted to talk to people all across the world. And I'm very proud to say that she did well. I have a lot more mistakes to make, and I have a lot more right turns to turn on. But I know that I will take every situation for what it is. I will consider it, maybe take some advice along the way, but I most likely will go with my gut, learn from what I've already learned and the mistakes that I've already made, and I will have no regrets for doing that, because how can you? You can only move forward. Hope you liked my little review, my little self-review. You can maybe in text format tell me your advice to your former self. Have a great week, guys.